trying to remake this video for like a long time, and it keeps failing, and it was mostly because I didn't know what to talk about while I was doing this, but now I do because my friend helped me. So actually start talking about what we need to talk about, you know? So relationships aren't perfect, you know, and there's always arguments in them, and like that's normal, you know, like you're supposed to have arguments, but you know what's not normal is having problems like every day. That is not normal. That is toxic, and that's something that people like, nobody should be in that. So yeah, if you're in a toxic relationship, just get out, and that's honestly the best advice I can give you, because if I were to say to stay, that like, I don't know, that's not my type of thing. Like if I were to be in a toxic relationship, like I would get myself out of there, because it's probably most likely not gonna get better, and nothing is gonna get fixed if I just stay in there. It's just gonna be the same like every day, and nothing's gonna change. Nowadays it's like people just think like that they like love somebody because of how long they've been in a relationship. They're so used to just being with that person that like they don't want to let go, and like they say that they want to leave and then they don't because they're scared. They're scared of heartbreak, or they're scared of what the other person might do if they leave, or I don't know, something. People are scared to get in relationships because nowadays it's kind of like you're either in it to like fuck them, or you're in it just to play around, or there's like the actual good people that actually like you and actually want to be something with you. But there's usually always the problem nowadays. Like nowadays you can't just have a happy relationship and like trust, and I don't know, like that's actually an issue nowadays, and it's kind of sad actually. Like that really, it shouldn't be a thing. If you think about it, like just look at the overall picture. Like we are 15, we're teenagers, and we're struggling with relationships. You know what we should be struggling with? You know what we should be struggling with? School, or a way to get money, like actual things. But we're sitting here tripping about like our boyfriends and girlfriends. Like sis, they are not gonna be there forever. Like I'm sorry to say it. And you know, some people actually do last from like high school and stuff, but like that's barely anyone. I don't know, how do I say this? I don't know. People get let on for different reasons. One, it's because sometimes you know, one of the person wants to break up with the other, but then it's like they don't, and so they're kind of just leading them on because they want to break up with them, and then they kind of just don't. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me that. I have no idea. But you know, it happens. Or you'll like the person, but something comes up, and then it's kind of like you don't like them as much after all, and then it's like you don't actually know what you want with that person. If you don't know what you want with that person, just tell them that. Don't go ghost mode on them. You either want it or you don't, and that's it. And if you don't know, well then just keep it as a no until you do know, because you're just gonna be making somebody wait for something that might not even happen, you know? And it's like, it's kind of sad. You know what else is a problem? Cheating. Do I know heartbreak is normal? Yes, of course I know it's normal and it's gonna happen. But why are you gonna date somebody if you're just gonna cheat on them? Like, if you're not happy with the person, just break up with them. No point in having them look stupid while you're with someone else. Because not only are you making your current boyfriend or girlfriend look stupid, you're making the other person look stupid. Down to be their side hoe while you know that they have a person that they're with. Like, that is so low. You're literally kind of allowing them to just cheat on the person. And like, that's really ugly. Like, I don't see why people are gonna date somebody if they are just gonna mess around with someone else. all these people that get cheated on end up having trust issues, and then like they become like really close to people, or it's like it's kind of hard for them to get in another relationship with someone else because they're scared. Just don't cheat on people. Don't lead people on, and like figure out what you want. And also, if you don't love yourself, how are you gonna love somebody else? People are like, I only loved myself because they taught me how to love myself. And you know what? That's okay. But what's not okay is feeling like you can't go without them. If you were without them before, you know, you're gonna be okay without them now. Cause like, when you're in a relationship, you're bound to get your heart broken. And that doesn't mean like a breakup. That just means like you're gonna get hurt in the relationship, you know, like, you're gonna have arguments, and they're not gonna be the easiest things to get over. If you have problems and you can work them out instead of just being mad and holding it in, like, then that's good. Because when you hold it in, you know what? You build up more problems. I don't like talking about things, but I know, like, if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna have to eventually. Because if not, I know that I'm just gonna keep piling up what makes me mad, and then at one point, I'm just gonna explode. Time to conceal these hoes. I don't know where my concealer brush is. I know there's some people that are like, well, if you talk about it, it's not going to change the fact that they did it. But you know what? You know, you're not wrong. But forgiveness is a big thing, you know? And if you forgive somebody, that doesn't mean that you have to forget what happened. It doesn't mean that you have to forget what they did. But it means that you have to just forgive it and just let it go. Don't stress if you are not in a relationship. If you're just single and you're just out there and you feel like you need somebody, you really don't, because you know what? You're probably just fine without them. And it's not that you need somebody, you probably just miss the affection that that person gave you. But I mean, think about it. Do you actually need it? No. And you should be able to be happy by yourself, with yourself, and, you know, maybe friends. If your happiness depends on the person that you're with, then that ain't it, sis. You need to get out. If you are not in a relationship, don't rush yourself to be in one. Just focus on yourself, focus on your life, focus on your grades if you go to school, and learn from experiences that you've had. You know, try to make yourself a better person. And honestly, being single is not the worst thing, because there's some benefits, you know. One, you don't have to just focus on one person. I mean, I like to focus on just one person, but you know, other people have different likings. I don't know. I guess just kind of know your worth also. That's important. Know your worth. I don't know. Being with someone is great, but being by yourself is also great, because it gives you time to be able to better yourself. And sure, the affection and the love is great. Maybe. But I think being okay with yourself and loving the person that you are is even more great, because then you know, if you do end up talking to somebody, that you'll be okay without them. If you're okay after a breakup, who was there for you? You were the one that cried by yourself. You were the one that told yourself that you would be okay, and you're the one striving. You know, you have control of your life. You choose to let people in, and you can choose to let them out. And I know sometimes you don't want to get a person out of your life, but sometimes it's what's best for you. There are some toxic people that you might love, you know, but it's like, if they're not doing you any good, then you need to let them go. And you know what? I've had so many toxic people in my life. And without them, did life hurt? Yes. It hurt knowing that I didn't have them. It hurt knowing and remembering all of their promises and everything that they ever told me, and being able to just tell myself that wasn't real, or at least it was, but it's not anymore. And did that hurt? Yes. But I'm okay with it, and I learned from it. And I was mad and I was upset. But like I said, forgiveness is a big thing. And you shouldn't hold a grudge on people for what they do. Because what they do is them. And if you know that you didn't do anything wrong, then that is something to take pride in. I don't owe anybody anything. You know, it's not money. It's not like you could be like, lend me $5 and I'll pay you back. No. You're either there for someone or you're not. They might have helped you and they might have done a lot of things for you, but they chose to. Fucking. Yeah, just don't feel like you owe somebody something. Because you don't. If you're heartbroken, you're gonna be okay. You know, whatever that person did was their choice. And if you had something to do with it, forgive yourself. You know, you can't beat yourself up for something that you do every day. Oh no. I guess moral of this is, if you're in a relationship, make sure that you're stable in it. Like, make sure that you know what you're doing. You have things planned out for you in case it doesn't work out. And if you are not in a relationship, don't rush to be in one. I hope you got something out of this, because I sure did try to give you something. So yeah, just be great, be positive. You're beautiful or handsome. And you know what? Be nice to others. I hope you'll have a good day. And okay, so if you stayed to watch this whole video, thank you. I hope you enjoyed.